So, take two. Hey guys, my name is Dia, aka OrifOrioasis.com. And you're watching Witches of the Moon. And this week we're talking, I hope y'all can hear me, because I'm out and about trying to get some things done before life happens. Because life is going to happen. Can't stop life from happening. But this week we're talking about water and water types. And I actually think that this is an excellent topic right now. Mainly because, you know, a lot of times we take the practicality out of spirituality. We take the practicality out of the arts of witchcraft, and that really is the practicality. Really is the essence and the heart of witchcraft, from which it came. Before we start calling it witchcraft, right? And before we start going more from the practical to more of the Hollywood of witchcraft. Uh, and what I mean by that is we took the everyday usage of it and made it more so um, just spells and things like that, which, should be spells, but also in the spell should be practicality. And in the practicality should be healing. So in saying that, in this video I want to take the water and water types, right? And talk more so of the healing side of water types and make it precious, make it practical. So in that, water can be used for all types of things, and I mainly want to focus right now on teas, at least at this present time, because teas are very practical, and they're also spiritual. So take bay leaves for a second, right? Bay leaves are known for wishes and making wishes and good luck and things like that. However, if you take bay leaves and boil it in water, now you have a tea. This tea is good for your respiratory system. For those of you who have ears, let them hear. Now, this does not replace medicine, your medical doctor's advice, or replace going to a medical doctor. However, at this time, it's hard for people to get to a doctor, so it may help while you are trying to get that doctor's visit. So for those who have ears, let them have ears, but keep in mind this does not take place of any type of medicine your doctors have you on, or going to the doctor and getting medical help. This is just something to complement or go along with. So again, excuse any background noise, I'm not home. So again, bay leaves are a bay leaf tea is good for your respiratory system. Add sage to that, and you can add sage to that. That's also good for your respiratory system. If you have an irritated throat, you can add thyme, a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of honey. That helps to soothe a sore throat. And there goes some practical use. Now, that's also a healing tea, and if you put it all together, that's also a cleansing and protection tea on the spiritual side. Now, one of my favorite things to drink is hibiscus punch, sorrel punch, and that's because hibiscus is good to lower your blood pressure. And now the punch itself, if we put it all together, at least the way that I make it, is good for prosperity, it's good for attraction. But also on the practical, it helps to lower your blood pressure. You have to add cloves to it. Cloves are good for, I believe it's like a blood stabilizer, and also helps to bring down your sugar rates. Cinnamon is good for high blood pressure, I believe. Then you have your oranges, so you have the things that come with oranges, your orange pills. I also put mint in mine. I messed this up. Oh, I also like cranberries. Cranberries. Oh, which one is good for the liver? I believe cranberries is good for your urinary tract, and I believe cloves is also good for the liver. So you put it all together, and you boil it in water. You make a tea. You add your sweetener, and you make this basically a punch tea, and you add your sweetener. I personally like to put dates in mine. I like to put dates in mine, basically, but you can add sugar if you like, if you can't take the taste, because it is kind of once you add it all together, it is kind of it does have a slight bitter taste to it. But anyway, I'm rambling. So now you have something practical that you can use for those who have ears, let them hear, and you also have a spiritual tea that you can use for love and attraction. Uh, my brain's all over the place. As you can, I know everybody's brain's all over the place right now, but my brain is like on 1,000. Let me think. What else? What else? What else? What else? Look, take your bacon teas, y'all. Look at y'all herbs. Okay, when making spiritual waters, you can do. Technically, the juice of chicken soup is spiritual water. Uh, so when you're eating chicken noodle soup and you're drinking that broth, that's a protection and cleansing broth. It's also because of the onions and the garlic, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, depending on what else you put in it. Garlic is actually very good also too for lowering blood pressure and keeping that stabilized. If you can stand drinking regular garlic water, most people can't. Uh, but yeah, when it comes to water and water types, for me at least right now in this present moment, I want to bring the practical in with the spiritual. Um, just so we can stay, we can kind of stay grounded or where this witchcraft came from and how it can actually be a practical use right now. Because I know a lot of times around times like these, people are having a hard time finding a place for spirituality because they don't see the practicality. And in times like this, we normally have to choose. And I want to tell y'all, when you really study the things that you have and the herbs that you have and where they come from, look on the medical side of things, you'll see the practicality of where it came from and where, because the spiritual complements the natural. And now you can see how you connect both so you can heal yourself. Well, in essence, heal yourself along with your doctors and stuff. Don't forget your doctors. Don't forget the medical professionals. But you can actually help them and complement them and do little things until we can get back to what the way life was, or some part of the way life was. And that way you don't get frustrated with thinking you have to choose between your spirituality and practicality, because you really don't. You don't. You just have to study more now the other side herbs that you have and see which ones that can be taken internally, which ones cannot, um, which ones can be burnt to cleanse the air, like sage and rosemary can be burnt to cleanse the air. It's actually very practical. It's better than trying to use air freshener. Um, you may have to deal with the after smell for a little bit, but it cleanses the air as opposed to just freshening the air, because there is a difference. Uh, yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope I gave you enough or gave you a good idea of what to do. If not, I'm sorry. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to rate. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, because if you ain't subscribed by now, I say it all the time. What you doing with your life? You done binge watch these videos. You might as well go ahead and... Alright? So yeah, do that, and tell me some things that y'all do with your herbs and far as water magic that are practical in the comments. Let's get that discussion going. And don't forget to stay blessed, to be a blessing, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.